The shocking truth about muscle loss. After 60 and the humble vegetable that could reverse it. What if I told you that the secret to turning back the clock on muscle loss after 60 isn't sizzling in your breakfast skillet, but growing quietly in a humble vegetable patch? Imagine a single plant-based food that not only matches but in some crucial ways actually outperforms eggs, the long-reigning champion of protein, in its ability to rebuild and rejuvenate aging muscles. It might sound like a fantasy, but groundbreaking research is revealing that certain vegetables are packed with more than just the basic building blocks of protein. They contain powerful signaling compounds that can awaken dormant muscle cells, reigniting their youthful capacity for growth and regeneration. Missing out on this information isn't just about missing a new health trend, it's about potentially losing the key to your strength, your mobility, and your independence in the years to come. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover could fundamentally change how you view aging and muscle health forever. The silent thief, understanding age-related muscle loss. As we journey past the age of 60, a silent and often underestimated thief begins to rob us of our vitality. This thief is called sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss. But this isn't just about feeling a little weaker or finding it harder to open a jar. Sarcopenia is a far more insidious threat to our overall health and longevity. It's a condition that can profoundly impact your metabolism, making it easier to gain weight and harder to control blood sugar. It can cloud your brain function, affecting memory and focus. It weakens your immune system's resilience, leaving you more vulnerable to illnesses. And critically, it diminishes your body's ability to bounce back from an injury or surgery. The very foundation of your physical strength and independence is slowly being eroded, and most people don't even realize the full extent of what they're losing until it's significantly impacted their quality of life. The core of this problem lies in a phenomenon that scientists have termed anabolic resistance. In our younger years, our bodies are incredibly responsive to the protein we eat. A simple meal containing protein would trigger a robust response, signaling our muscles to repair and grow stronger. But as we age, it's as if our muscles have put on earmuffs. The same meal that built muscle in your 40s might barely register a blip on the radar in your 70s. This growing deafness to the signals of protein is one of the most significant challenges in the field of longevity research today. Understanding why this happens, and more importantly, what we can do to overcome it, is the first critical step toward reclaiming our strength and vitality as we age. It's about learning how to make our bodies listen to the nutrients we provide, ensuring that every meal works for us, not against us, in the fight to stay strong and independent. Inside your cells, the hidden mechanisms of muscle decline. To truly grasp why our muscles begin to fade with age, we need to zoom in and look at what's happening at a microscopic level inside the very cells that give us strength. Our muscles are powered by tiny engines called mitochondria. These are the power plants within every single one of our cells, responsible for generating the energy needed for everything we do, from blinking to lifting heavy objects. As we get older, these mitochondrial power plants start to become less efficient. They produce less energy, and just like an old car engine, they start to sputter and create more exhaust in the form of oxidative stress. This decline in energy production means there's simply not enough fuel available for the demanding processes of muscle repair and contraction, leading to a gradual weakening. But it's not just an energy crisis. Our aging bodies also tend to develop a state of chronic low-grade inflammation. Think of it as a constant, simmering fire throughout your system that never quite goes out. This inflammaging, as researchers call it, further disrupts the communication lines that tell your muscle cells to grow. At the same time, our bodies experience significant hormonal shifts. The levels of powerful anabolic hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, which act as the supervisors of muscle construction, begin to decline. This means that even if you're eating enough protein, the hormonal signals needed to put that protein to use are getting weaker and weaker. It's a perfect storm. Less energy from your cellular power plants, more inflammatory static interfering with growth signals, and fewer hormonal supervisors on the job. This is the complex cellular reality behind why two people can eat the exact same meal, yet their bodies will respond in vastly different ways, depending on their internal metabolic health and the efficiency of their mitochondria. The egg myth. Why the gold standard of protein isn't the whole story. For decades, we've been told a simple and compelling story about protein. To build muscle, especially as you age, you need to eat more animal protein, with eggs often hailed as the absolute gold standard. They're affordable, packed with nutrients, and contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a seemingly perfect package for muscle maintenance. And while there's no denying that eggs are a high-quality source of protein, the belief that they are the ultimate and unrivaled solution for combating age-related muscle loss is an oversimplification that's starting to crumble under the weight of new scientific evidence. The idea that eggs are the only or even the best way to stimulate muscle growth after the age of 60 is a myth that deserves a much closer and more critical look. The true muscle-building potential of any food isn't just about the sheer amount of protein it contains. It's a far more nuanced equation that involves how effectively that protein can switch on the body's muscle-building machinery, a process known as muscle protein synthesis. This is where factors like the specific composition of amino acids, how easily the protein is digested and absorbed, and how the body's metabolic pathways react to the food as a whole come into play. What's truly fascinating is that when researchers have started to compare different protein sources in older adults, they've uncovered some surprising results. Certain plant-based proteins, particularly those found in leafy green vegetables like spinach and cruciferous powerhouses like broccoli and kale, have been shown to trigger a similar, and in some cases even more potent, anabolic response when eaten in the right quantities. The secret lies in the fact that these vegetables offer a double punch. They provide not only the protein building blocks, but also a rich array of phytonutrients that actively combat the root causes of age-related muscle decline, such as reducing the chronic inflammation and improving the mitochondrial efficiency that holds back muscle growth in the first place. The green powerhouse, unveiling the vegetable that rivals eggs. So, what is this remarkable plant food that has emerged as a metabolic powerhouse for older adults, quietly challenging the long-held supremacy of eggs? The answer is spinach. While it might be surprising to think of a leafy green as a protein contender, the science is compelling. A single cooked cup of spinach delivers around 5 to 6 grams of protein, but the story doesn't end there. This protein is incredibly rich in specific amino acids that are vital for muscle recovery and for the production of glutathione, one of your body's most important antioxidants for cellular protection. But the true game changer in spinach is something else entirely: its high concentration of natural nitrates. When you consume these nitrates, your body converts them into nitric oxide, a powerful molecule that works wonders for your circulatory system. Nitric oxide acts as a vasodilator, meaning it relaxes and widens your blood vessels. This improved blood flow is crucial for your muscles, as it allows for more efficient delivery of oxygen and essential nutrients, while also whisking away metabolic waste products more effectively. This process also optimizes how your mitochondria use oxygen, meaning they can produce more energy with less effort. Essentially, the nitrates in spinach are giving your muscle cells a supercharged fuel and oxygen delivery system, creating the perfect environment for repair and growth. When you compare this to eggs, the picture becomes clearer. While eggs are an excellent source of leucine, the primary amino acid that kickstarts the muscle-building process, they don't offer these added benefits. In fact, for some older adults, particularly those who are more sedentary, the cholesterol and saturated fat in eggs might not be as beneficial for cardiovascular and mitochondrial health in the long run. So while eggs provide the raw materials for construction, spinach provides both the materials and an upgraded blueprint for building stronger, more efficient muscles. Activating your inner strength, how plant compounds flip the anabolic switch. To truly appreciate the power of a vegetable like spinach, we need to journey deep inside the muscle cell and understand the intricate molecular switches that govern whether our body builds new tissue or allows it to break down. Two of the most critical pathways in this process are known as mTOR and AMPK. Think of mTOR as the master construction foreman of your cells. When you consume protein, especially key amino acids, mTOR gets the signal to kickstart the process of building new muscle. On the flip side, AMPK acts as the cell's energy auditor. When your body is under stress from exercise or a lack of nutrients, AMPK gets activated, telling the body to conserve energy and become more efficient by creating more mitochondria. For years, these two pathways were seen as opposing forces. One builds, the other conserves. However, we now know that optimal muscle health relies on a delicate and coordinated dance between the two. You need those bursts of mTOR activation to stimulate growth, but you also need periods of AMPK activity to clean out cellular debris, improve mitochondrial function, and maintain metabolic health. This is where the unique compounds in spinach offer a remarkable advantage. Spinach contains a natural plant steroid called beta-ecdysterone, which has been shown in studies to powerfully enhance muscle protein synthesis by directly activating the mTOR pathway, in some cases even outperforming synthetic anabolic agents without the negative side effects. But at the same time, the nitrates and polyphenols in spinach also activate the AMPK pathway, which in turn boosts the creation of new mitochondria. This creates a state of metabolic harmony where your muscles are receiving both the powerful signal to grow and the necessary upgrades to their energy systems to sustain that growth and resist fatigue. It's like having a hybrid engine in your muscles. You get both the raw power to accelerate and the incredible efficiency to go the distance. More than protein, the unsung heroes of muscle recovery. The conversation around muscle health is often dominated by protein, but focusing solely on this one macronutrient is like trying to build a house with only bricks and no mortar, wiring, or plumbing. The real secret to efficient and effective muscle repair lies in the often overlooked world of micronutrients and phytonutrients. These vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds are the unsung heroes that act as the essential cofactors, the skilled laborers, that make every cellular process in your muscles run smoothly and efficiently. Without a sufficient supply of these crucial elements, even the highest quality protein in the world can't perform its job effectively. Every single time your muscle fibers go through the process of repair, whether after a workout or just from the activities of daily life, countless enzymatic reactions are taking place. These reactions are entirely dependent on a steady supply of vitamins and minerals like magnesium, potassium, zinc, and B vitamins to act as the spark plugs that ignite the process. This is another area where spinach truly shines, offering an incredibly impressive profile of these essential micronutrients. A single cup of cooked spinach provides a substantial amount of magnesium, a mineral that is absolutely critical for the production of ATP, your body's primary energy currency. Without enough magnesium, your muscles simply cannot contract or relax properly, leading to fatigue, cramps, and a significantly slower recovery time. Spinach is also loaded with potassium, which plays a vital role in maintaining the proper fluid balance and electrical signaling within your muscle fibers, a key factor in preserving strength and preventing the breakdown of muscle tissue. Beyond these minerals, spinach is a treasure trove of powerful phytonutrients like quercetin and lutein. These compounds are potent antioxidants that act like a cellular cleanup crew, neutralizing the harmful free radicals and oxidative stress that are naturally produced during muscle activity. By protecting your mitochondria from this damage, these phytonutrients ensure that your cellular engines continue to run cleanly and efficiently, laying the foundation for stronger, more resilient muscles. The synergy of stress and nutrition, supercharging your muscle growth. Now that we understand the incredible nutritional power packed into a vegetable like spinach, it's time to introduce the final crucial piece of the muscle-building puzzle, hormetic stress. This might sound intimidating, but it's a beautifully simple and powerful concept. Hormesis is the idea that exposing your body to small, manageable doses of stress, like lifting weights, sitting in a sauna, or even taking a cold shower, actually stimulates it to become stronger, more resilient, and more efficient. It's the principle of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, applied at the cellular level. When you combine these beneficial stressors with the targeted plant-powered nutrition we've been discussing, you unlock one of the most potent strategies available for turning back the clock on aging. Here's how this powerful synergy works. When you engage in an activity like strength training, you create tiny micro tears in your muscle fibers. Your body interprets this as a signal that it needs to adapt and rebuild those fibers stronger than before. This process is what leads to muscle growth. Now, when you follow up that stress with a nutrient-dense meal containing spinach, something remarkable happens. The phytonutrients in the spinach help to manage the post-exercise inflammation and oxidative stress, but they do so in a way that doesn't block the beneficial adaptation signals. This is a crucial distinction, as overloading your system with synthetic antioxidant supplements can sometimes blunt the very signals your body needs to grow stronger. Instead, the natural compounds in spinach work in harmony with your body's processes, enhancing blood flow to deliver nutrients for repair and supporting mitochondrial recovery without getting in the way of adaptation. Think of hormetic stress as the workout for your cells and spinach as the perfect post-workout recovery meal that your mitochondria have been craving. One challenges the system to improve, and the other provides the exact tools needed to rebuild it smarter, stronger, and more resilient than ever before. Your practical blueprint for rebuilding strength at any age. We've delved deep into the science, but knowledge is only powerful when it's put into action. So let's bring all of this together into a clear, actionable blueprint that you can start implementing today to reverse muscle loss and reclaim your vitality. The foundation of this plan is consistency in your nutrition. A good target for protein intake is around 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of your body weight each day. However, the key is to shift a significant portion of that protein intake away from a sole reliance on animal sources and toward plant-based powerhouses, with spinach and other dark leafy greens taking center stage. A simple and effective way to start is by blending a generous handful of cooked or frozen spinach into a morning smoothie, along with a scoop of high-quality plant-based protein powder and a source of healthy fat like avocado or almond butter to enhance nutrient absorption. For your other meals, think about creating powerful combinations, such as pairing cooked spinach with lentils or chickpeas to create a complete amino acid profile that rivals any animal protein. Next, you need to layer in those beneficial hormetic stressors. Aim for at least 3 resistance training sessions per week. This doesn't have to mean heavy weightlifting. Even simple bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups or using resistance bands are incredibly effective at signaling your muscles to grow. On your non-training days, consider integrating short sauna sessions or even a quick 60-second cold shower to stimulate your mitochondria and reduce inflammation. And finally, never underestimate the power of sleep. It's during the deep stages of sleep that your body releases a peak of growth hormone, and your muscles undergo their most intense period of repair. By combining nutrient intelligence with metabolic activation through exercise and deep recovery through sleep, you create a powerful, self-reinforcing cycle. Spinach lies at the heart of this strategy, nourishing your cells, signaling your mitochondria, and amplifying your body's innate capacity to adapt, rebuild, and stay strong at any age.